It is yoga time. We are going to begin in just a moment, so grab your things, get your space ready. Today's class is Vinyasa Yoga, so we're going to be moving, breathing, and holding poses too, but we tend to build some heat and work on strengthening and doing challenging stretches. So let's go ahead and begin with a very steady warm-up. We'll take a few deep breaths standing and just have the feet parallel and even. Draw into the core a bit, have the tailbone down just a tad. Chest open, shoulders back, arms hanging down. And take some deep breaths. Continue deep breath, breathing deeper and deeper each round. And go ahead and lift the arms a little bit, have the elbows a little bit bent. And twist side to side. Come on back to center, roll the shoulders. Both directions. And roll the wrists. And both directions. Roll the hips. And do about 3 or 4 each way. Rub the hands together. Shake out the hands a bit. Good. Now we'll do some half sun salutes. Inhale, arms up, abdominals in. Exhale, hands down. And inhale, stand up straight. You might need to, continuing, you might need to bend the knees to get a flat back when you stand up. So you're lifting with the flat back. You come down, back's mostly flat, a little rounding, but then at the end, so long as you straighten first, that's good. And we'll repeat. And walk back, downward dog, and press forward through the hands. Nice deep lift of the hips, and relax the head down. Knees on the floor, and lengthen through the spine. Rolling out the back. And then switch to taking some little bows. And push back into the legs. Downward dog. And bending one knee then the other. Side to side movement. And grounding through the heels, hips high. And knees on the ground. And fold the arms and rest the head. And we're resting before we get tired, not because we worked hard so far, but because we want to remember it's always fine to take child's pose. It's always fine to rest. Do connect with the breath, and then come back to hands and knees. Lower all the way, and inhale, easy cobra. Lifting and then lifting the hands a bit, and then lowering, and inhale, basic locust. And then locust, arms extend back. Back to basic locust, and release. And then cobra. And come on down. Use the core and lift. And push back into the legs. Downward dog. Walk or lightly come to the top of the mat. Lift the chest and fold back over the legs. Take a straight back lift. Rise on up. Lift the arms. And then weave the fingers and push up through the palms. And bend and extend the arms. Numerous times. Switch your grip. Push up and then go back and forth just a few times. Come back to center and relax the arms. Chair pose. Sit a little bit in the chair, and if it feels good, sit deeper. And then come up a little bit, and then come down, and come up, and come down. Come up, come down, come up, and down. Come up, and down, and then fold over the legs, and walk back to downward dog. Knees on the floor. Lower all the way. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands lower. You could lift to neutral if you prefer. Otherwise, lift to up dog. And then draw into the core. Push back into downward dog. And again, walk or jump the feet up. And fold over the legs. Take chair pose, Utkatasana. And then standing pose. And again, chair pose. And then arms back. And inhale, arms lift. And arms back. And inhale, arms lift. Arms back, draw into the core. Inhale, lift. Arms back. Inhale, lift. Arms back. Inhale, lift. One more time. And then plank pose. Let's do a repetition of plank to downward dog several times. Plank, downward dog, plank, downward dog, plank, holding, child's pose. And then come back to hands and knees. And now we'll take plank, but then put the knees down and lift the knees. Continue. And lower all the way. And inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands to low ribs. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Yeah. Knees on the floor, then the elbows lower. And walk the legs way back. Have the hips level with the shoulders. Tuck the tail, lift and engage the core, push into the feet, and breathe. Next is the Sphinx pose. Either stay like this, or if you'd like, lengthen the arms. The shoulders looping back. And come on down. Use the core and lift. Come on up. And push back. Downward dog. Knees on the floor. Let's turn and go ahead and walk or hop the feet apart. Pyramid pose or Prasarita Padottanasana. Draw into the core and stand on up. Open up the right foot and the arms. Keep the hips level and take warrior two. If your shoulders are tight, try it like this. Otherwise, arms extending. And let's go ahead and glide down to runner. Have the hands on the ground, or you can hold the knee. And if it feels good, you could extend the arms. Hands down, back foot down. Swing the left arm up and the right arm follows. Back to warrior two. And relax everything and turn the right foot in, a little bit inward. Completely open that left foot, level the hips, and take warrior two on the left side. Remember your options, different arm position. If you have sore shoulders or neck, one more breath. Come on down. Runner with hands down. Or lift, so you have the knees right above the ankle. Arms extend optionally. And hands down. And back foot down. Come on up. Sit nice and low. Open the left knee. Level the hips. And arms relax. Center the feet. And go ahead and bring the feet in a little bit. And open the toes and bend the knees. And then stand up. The knees and the toes should face the same direction. We're going to bend and hold the knees to help them widen. Do that a couple more times. And then bend. Help the knees widen or bring the arms up and sustain Devyasana. And go ahead and stand on up. And relax the arms. Slowly come back to the top of the mat. And have the feet together and put all of your weight into the right foot and take warrior three with airplane arms. A little bit at first, or eventually tipping till you're parallel to ground. And then step back as light as you can. Maybe take 2 steps back so you can have a long crescent lunge with a really strong back leg. And let's see how smoothly, maybe choke up a little bit on the mat and see how smoothly we come back to warrior three with airplane arms. And then standing position, take a breath, then put all the weight into the left foot and take warrior three, airplane arms, strong lifted leg, and step back to crescent. Let's see how smoothly we can transition right back into warrior three. And then standing pose, forward salute, neutral spine or gentle arch. Exhale, plank. Inhale, if you'd like, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath. And very, very light step up, right foot. And take raised runner, lift the chest, and then lift the arms or keep the hands on the floor if you prefer. Arms extend back. Hands down. Left arm down, right arm up. And come down. Back foot down, rise on up. Warrior one. Exhale, plank pose. Left arm up, possibly put the knee down, side plank. If you'd like, do a push-up on the way to the other side. If you want to skip it, that's a great idea. Otherwise, enjoy that push-up. So smooth. Both sides. And then come down with an optional vinyasa. Low push-up, up dog, downward dog. And let's go ahead and step ever so light, the left foot up. Raised runner. Lengthen the spine and the back leg. Either stay with the hands down or lift a bit and extend the arms. And then arms back. Hands down. Right arm down. Left arm up. And come on down. And go ahead and take Warrior One. And plank pose. This time we're going to have the left foot in front and bring the arm over as you have right arm down, left arm reaching over for side bend of side plank. Really emphasize the lift of the ribs. And come on down. Other side, stagger the feet, press into the flat foot to get more lift and stretch in the ribs. Breathe. And come on down. If you'd like, add the vinyasa, up dog or cobra, downward dog, hips high. And again, knees on the floor. Turn to the left, or turn to whatever side helps you to face the screen. Sorry. Jump the feet apart. And lengthen through the spine. And bring the hands out to open up in the chest. And come back, hands below the shoulders, and then rise on up. Open the right foot. Make sure the foot fully opens. And then take triangle pose. You can come down a little bit, or if you have good form, you're not throwing your body out of alignment, meaning the shoulder girdle is in line with the hips and the abdomen, then you can reach low, but just have the hand at any level except for pushing hard on the knee that you need to have form. And breathe. Lift a little higher than normal, then bring the hands to heart. Arms extend. Hands as wide as the shoulders. And then come back, that first form, and switch to the other side. Opening that left foot and turning the back foot in. Take a little bit of a triangle, or if you can keep the chest opening, you go deeper. Turning the back foot up, shoulders open, legs are strong. Deep breath. And then lift a bit and bring the hands to the heart. And extend the arms and have the hands slightly wider than the shoulders. And come back to center and lift up with the core. Bringing the feet together. Again, open the toes. Another round of Devi Asana. And hold. Like do a little flourish with the arms. You can do sort of a movement down and then up. And a movement down, up, and then come back to the traditional form. Come on up and relax arms and legs. And slowly bring the feet together. And have the feet completely together at the top of the mat. Hands to heart. Bending the knees a little bit. You can bend the knees a little bit and twist lightly. Or if it feels good to bend the knees really low, that helps the back to get a better twist. So you see how back's preferably not rounding. You have a long, flat back and open chest as you twist to one side. And breathe. And then twist to the opposite side. And continue to breathe. Come back to center. And then take plank. Hold the plank. And then knees down. And let's take a little bit of a child's pose. And come back to hands and knees, lowering all the way. Inhale, locust. Exhale, release and extend the arms overhead. Inhale, extended locust. If the shoulders or neck hurt, do basic form. Otherwise, this is very good for strengthening the back. And we'll come on down. Take a round of cobra. Release smoothly. And then bring the hands to low ribs and then take upward dog. Downward dog. And lift the right leg high. Bring the knee to the nose. Lift the leg high again. And step really light. Raise runner. And take another twist. So this time we're going to hold a little bit more. Back leg super strong. And deep breath. Couple more breaths. Have the hips low and the chest tall. And come on down. Now put the back foot down. You might the rib cage. Come on down. And next is half or scissors pose. Not half split, sorry. It's the evolution of the half split. So Parsvottanasana, we call it in Sanskrit, scissors pose. I call it in English, or people call it pyramid too. Draw the sitting bone back. Reach forward through the chest, neutral neck. And if you'd like to add a challenging twist, you can bring the right arm up. Rotated triangle. Hold the hip or back. Otherwise, arm extending is very good for increasing strength and flexibility if it's working for you. If you're able to breathe with it. Come on back. Walk to downward dog. If you'd like, inhale upward dog. Back to downward dog. And lift the left leg high. Knee to nose. And lift the leg high again. Very, very light step. That means you're using more core. Left foot steps up. Turn the right hand open. Right arm down. Left arm up. And breathe deep.
Come on down. Back foot down. Right arm over. Deep stretch. Side angles pose. Yeah. Come on down. And glide into Parsvottanasana. And if you'd like, work on lifting the chest and adding the twist. Come on down. And flow back to downward dog. Let's take the knees on the floor. Have the knees wide. And take a nice child's pose to stretch the hips. Deep breath, feeling the spine stretch a little bit more with the breath. Letting go of tension with the exhale. And come back to hands and knees. Lower all the way. Flip the hands so the palms are down, but the elbows are bent at about a right angle. And then push into the hands if that feels okay. So you can lift a little higher in your locus. And this variation is good for leverage and strength. Just lift to a comfortable level that you can still breathe into. Challenging yourself is good, but you want to make sure you can breathe into every pose. And go ahead and lower. And extend the arms back. Then lift, feet pressing down, half locust. Arms reach back, chest opens. And then come on down. And then holding the ankles, hug the knees in, and inhale, lift, bow pose. And come on down. Hands alongside the chest, or actually we'll do a little higher. Take an extra breath to give the back some rest. And then take Cobra, and we're going to hold this. You can do Sphinx instead, or rest from back bends if you don't want to do a back bend right now. Otherwise, Cobra, holding, and breathing. And come on down. Use the core and lift. And child's pose. And come on up to sitting. And if you don't feel good sitting on your heels, sit differently so you do feel really good for a long seated twist. We're going to work on lifting the chest and take a twist to the right. Other side. And come back to center. Take a big step up with the right foot. We're going to do a runner's pose. You can just do a normal runner, a lift, or you can take the arms back and open up in the chest, lifting the sternum and drawing the shoulder blades together. Hands come down and enjoy a nice half split. And come back to runner. Do a runner again. This time, either the basic, the lift, arms extended, or arms extended with a little back bend. Being very careful to not let the hips go to the side. Keep them centered, align with the core. Breathe and enjoy. Come on down and switch to having the opposite foot up. So we're going to do the runners. Basic runners, a little bit of a lift or arms back, opening up. It's like the arms are ropes tied to the boat, and the heart and the chest is the sail pulling you forward, heading towards the direction of greater mastery of the body and peace and clarity of the mind. Just make sure you can breathe so you don't overstretch. And come on down. And take half split and reach the chest forward. And come back to runner. Either take basic runner, lift. Third option, arms extend. Final option, a little bit of a back bend. Drawing into the low abs, centering the hips, opening just to the right level. Make sure you can breathe and that the breath is smooth. Hands down. And now we'll go ahead and hold a plank. And this will help us to stabilize, especially if we really work on having a flat or slightly rounded back. Do a little core work after some back bends, really good to stabilize the joints. And knees down. Child's pose. And come on up to sitting. Just so the legs can come out from underneath. Arms lift, extend and draw into the core. Lift the chest and hold. And bring the hands down, bend the knees, hands back, tabletop. We push into the hands and lift, stretch. Only take the head back if it feels good. You really want to get great lift in the chest by using the thighs and the glutes. And come on down. And let's switch back to the hands and knees. Sway out the back a bit, side to side, just to make sure you're loose, nice and relaxed. Push back into the legs, downward dog. And child's pose. Next, we're going to do camel pose. Some students don't want to do camel or can't do camel. That's totally fine. You can do another bow, do any back bend really. And if your back's already done with back bends, you can do anything you want. Like a twist might be nice. But otherwise, try and sit between the heels or sit in a way that feels okay on the knees. A good alternative that's very camel-like is to put the hands on the ground. You can push, and if the knees hurt, you can push to lift the hips a bit. But mainly, whether the hips are up or down, you want to open the shoulders back and really work on opening the chest. This is great even for people who like the camel. Really get that chest to open without overdoing the low back. And then either do 2 or 3 rounds of that or hold the heels and come on up and take camel holding the heels. Opening the chest, take the head back only if it feels good, with the shoulder blades drawing together just a little bit. Really work on lifting the sternum and breathing. And come on down. Come back to hands and knees and extend the right leg. Lift just as high as the hip, very straight leg, lengthen the left arm. Switch the sides. Release. Go ahead and lower all the way down. And let's take the left arm under the head and stretch the right thigh. Switch. And breathe. And release. And roll to one side and hold the head. Open the knee and holding the knee. Option to hold the foot. Extend and eventually extend the leg more. You're welcome to keep this knee bent. And also, if you're losing your balance, bending the bottom leg is a great way to support that balance. Enjoy this nice deep hip stretch. It's a great stretch for the inner and back of the leg as well. Stay with the breath. That's what we're here for. The breath is the practice. And go ahead and smoothly release. And let's do that on the other side. Holding the head, this gives you a little bit of a side rib cage stretch. Hold the knee just like this, or hold the foot and extend the leg. And take deep breath. Go ahead and release. Come back to center. Use the core and lift. And let's lift up. And then bring the legs out from under again. Bend the left leg in. And have the knee angling over. And then tuck the right foot around. If your knees don't feel good, you can have just like a very light position of leg crossing. We're going to do a seated twist. If the knees work this way, do that. First, pull on the shin and lift the chest. I'm going to keep a really long spine as we enjoy a twist. And breathe. Shoulders opening back. Come on back to center. Switching sides. Pulling on the shins. Really work on lifting the chest. And taking that nice twist.
And come on back to center. Let's go ahead and prepare to lay down. Lower under the back. Take happy baby, or just do a wide knees to chest if you prefer. And if you like, you can very gently move, massaging the muscles of the lower back. Feet to the ground. Extend the left leg, open the arms. Take the right leg over and enjoy stretching through the spine, the ribs, right shoulder blade on the ground. Other side. Keep the shoulder blades grounded. Breathe deep. Enjoying the stretch. Come on back to center. Then place something under the hips, maybe your hands or a blanket, and lift the legs vertical. Spend about a minute here just enjoying draining the legs and staying with the breath. If you'd like to do this with the legs up the wall, that's an excellent option. And that could even be an option for your 5 to 7 minutes in deep relaxation. The next pose is Shavasana, but Shavasana, as well as being a traditional pose, is primarily an experience of stillness and silence. So it could be any pose that's still and silent, like doing this, the legs up the wall, or a butterfly stretch, whatever you like. Bring the feet to the ground. Relax the arms. Relax the legs. Relax the eyes closed. Nice soft breath. And we'll take some time in Shavasana to experience peace and tranquility with effortless breath.
Let's go ahead and deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Come on back to knees to chest. Come on up to a comfortable seat. We conclude with a clearing breath and 3 ohms. So sit comfortably, sit tall, breathe deep in, open mouth, exhale. And then inhaling for Om. Namaste. All right, wonderful little practice on this silvery morning, kind of bright out, kind of gray, something in between. Maybe the sun will come out. Yeah, always a good day to practice yoga, whether it's sunny or rainy. I'm grateful that people are able to join me still in this virtual method. This is all donation based, so please give a donation if you can. A small amount is totally awesome. Large amount if you're doing really well. If you have no finances, don't worry about it. Keep practicing, but do make comments and share the video or text the link to your friends. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. So thank you again. I'm going to go through my normal routine of saying goodbye to YouTube. And after I say goodbye, I'm going to drink that glass of water. Remember, drink water. It's good for you. So goodbye, YouTube.